That was the
I
most
Jedi.
boring
Typically, the
anticlimactic
reason he
reunion
sees
I've
Ahsoka
ever
talking
seen. If I was Sabine, I
Impossible.
would have
I want to
jumped
know the
all over
background.
Ezra. All right, let's do this. Okay, well, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina, the Reina Creole, of course, bringing you that spice, shade, and salt when it comes to pop culture and sci-fi analysis. And in this video, you are going to catch the review that myself and my channel members have done right after watching Ahsoka episode 7 live. We have watched it in real time. So the review that you are getting is fresh off of our eyes being blasted by this latest, whatever the heck it is that you want to call it, coming from Disney Star Wars. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get this rolling. But before we do make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and that you've hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when your girl has hot, fresh, roasted content for you to enjoy. So with that said, folks, let's get it over with. Poor Ezra. Ezra, you deserve so much better than this crap. All right, folks, let's see. What scene are we? I think this is the perfect spot to do our reaction and review. So, folks, my channel members and I have just finished watching this episode live, and we are going to go through the comments from my members after having watched this episode. Yes, we watched it all together, and I don't know how many of us are sober and how many of us are just several sheets to the wind by now to try to get through this latest installment of Disney Star Wars and yet another episode written by Dave Filoni. So, yes, it was not even an hour, and an hour of what? Just what? Besides doing Ezra Bridger dirty, you know. Jonah Heck says that was fifth grade school play bad. You know what? I don't even want to knock fifth graders. I saw a fifth grade production of, like, they did their own interpretation of Superman with their own, like, special effects and everything. That was freaking entertaining. This, I don't know who told Filoni this was good, but it ain't. It ain't. You are no George Lucas, my dear. Wow, that sucked. According to Share Bear, yes, it did suck. Um, Nothing happened that we really cared about. I think the only part that happened that we really cared about, and I'll go back to it a little bit in a bit, is when C-3PO showed up. And we only cared because we're like, isn't it bad enough that he got dragged into sequel trilogy? Dave, what have you done? No, Dave thinks he knows everything. Dave thinks he's a heir apparent to George Lucas. Yeah, Dave is a mogul in his own mind. He can't keep his own canon straight. Apparently, thinks that this is where Star Wars is supposed to be. You know, Even if I knew nothing about these characters, which I don't know anything about these characters. The only character that I feel any connection with, well, two of them, Lil Sith and Sith Daddy, Balin. And I feel bad for Ezra because there was this big buildup, and it's just like he doesn't do anything, you know? He might as well be HC. I honestly, I would have felt better and got more of an emotional gut punch if Sabine tried to find Ezra and she didn't know whether he was alive or dead, and then it turns out he is dead. I could actually do that because that is much better than him just kind of throwing out lines like, just I'm paraphrasing that he only needs the force to protect him. Can you imagine Ben Kenobi saying some mess like that? First of all, he wouldn't say it. He'd just do it and then tell you about it, later on. Chef Nation says one episode left. How are they going to wrap this up? Well, that's the thing with Disney Star Wars, isn't it? Taking Andor out of the equation because I didn't watch Andor. I may actually watch it after this. Mandalorian season 2, Mandalorian season 3, Book of Boba Fett, and Kenobi. They had huge problems sticking the landing. Uh, None of them did really stick the landing. So, how are they going to wrap it up? I don't know. I'm waiting for somebody to die. There needs to be real stakes, and we haven't seen any real stakes in this. So, my guess is how they're going to wrap it up. Let's see. Sith Karen Morgan, she'll probably get killed. I don't expect for Sith Daddy to he's either not going to make it or he's going to quote unquote turn good because Ahsoka made him see. And then we'll probably get another cameo of Hayden Christensen. Uh, I guess from an old recording or something like that, or God forbid she drops back into the world between worlds again. I don't know. Either way, I think this show is just going to wind up as a spinoff for Sabine. That's what I believe. Let's see. Dylan C says, I don't think I like Star Wars anymore. I wouldn't like Disney Star Wars, to be honest with you. Well, no, I will take that back. The only Disney Star Wars that I like is season 1 of The Mandalorian. That's it. The rest of this, Disney does not have a concept about what Star Wars should be from a storytelling point of view. They understand what it is from a marketing point of view, but they don't understand from a storytelling point of view. Case in point, in Return of the Jedi, the Ewoks were there for a storytelling purpose. All right. They weren't used as a cheap prop. I mean, yeah, you had merchandise from the Ewoks, but it was more about storytelling and who they were and how they helped to defeat the Empire by aligning with the rebels. And there were real stakes because some of the Ewoks died. Remember that? But not this. Not this. And as much as I don't like watching this stuff, you know what? I will do it because I will remind people just how mediocre this stuff is. Wales minefield relocated trailer trash. And there's one more episode. Nothing has happened in this whole season. Ridiculous. Well, Ahsoka's now wearing white clothes. She's Ahsoka to white now. And Sabine chopped off her hair. And Ezra is, well, looking Bollywood fabulous. Okay, well, maybe not Bollywood fabulous. Coach or Dragon, I completely lost interest in what was the story even about. It's almost like the same thing with Book of Boba Fett. What was it? What was it really about besides Boba Fett and being addicted to the Bacta tank, for lack of a better term? What is the purpose of this story? We meet Theron the last episode, and what does he do? He basically just walks around and doesn't seem like the big bad, at all. What the heck is this supposed to be? And no, for those of you who are still on this, no, I shouldn't have to watch Rebels to figure out what the heck the show is about. That's a failure in storytelling. Yes, it is. It's freaking awful. Awful. Nuance Observer says, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 10. Confused and ridiculous. I, I'd have to say probably around the same thing. I don't think I have ever. I think I've rated episodes of the Book of Boba Fett higher. I don't think any of my scores for Ahsoka have gone above a 5. On a scale of 1 to 10, that's still failing. Shoot. This is minus 1/10. I've seen grade school players do it better. Man, get them grade school players some credit. That's going to be the new insult now. Man, you worse than Ahsoka. Share Bear says there was a desert chase, a fight, then everyone left. Ahsoka, everyone. That's pretty much it, Share Bear. Yes. But you did forget to mention that the fight in the, in the trailers, in the RV. This is a mess. Later, Bonzo. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Ezra rolled 10, snails deep. Ezra and Sabine spinoff. Yeah, that is coming. That's what I feel is coming with this, because the show, okay, it says Ahsoka, right? What really have we seen with respect to Ahsoka? What about her story? That she had a flashback, that she hit her head and was in, world between worlds or something? I don't get it. It's like the Book of Boba Fett wasn't about Boba Fett. Remember, Filoni worked on that show too. Let's see. Weak ass force pushes. What the heck? What did he do the entire time he was there? Veg? Yeah, I think he did. It's like he was scared to get into close combat or something. It's like, come on now. Shoot. He couldn't even have that flair like Kenobi did. When he throw his cloak off, he's like, I'm ready to go. Fired up. Wait, which Ben Kenobi? OT or prequel BK or the mouse BK? I OT, and well, with fighting, I'm gonna say prequel BK. Prequel Ben Kenobi. OT Ben Kenobi was like, yeah, let me get a drink. I don't really want to pull this lightsaber out and start throwing hands and cutting hands off, but if you push me, I'll do it. Then I'll go back and get a drink. Sith Daddy will die before any woman. Yes. I do not think he's going to make it. Sith Daddy will sacrifice himself. It wouldn't surprise me. He's too powerful. You can't have a male character that powerful. I mean, look what they did with Thrawn. Thrawn looks like a darn gamma male. No, I should think not quite a mega. We'll say gamma. Natasha can't command the screen. No, she cannot. That's the actress who played Hera, right? That's Ewan McGregor's wife. Yeah, her acting is just awful. It's not that great. I keep waiting for her to call a manager. It's not. It's just generic. I don't like it. I just don't. Share Bear says, I liked season one and season two of Mando. After that, I was done. Yeah, the latter part of the season two of Mandalorian I liked, but the second season was so slow starting, I almost quit watching, like around midway. Let's see. Um, I love the Ewoks. I had the girl. Oh, the girl Ewok. I like the Ewoks. I'm telling you, they were some gangster little furry things. Shoot. And they thought 3PO was a god. Remember that? uh, Unexpected Fire says, I'm a fan of the original three films. I will watch next week. Then I am done. I hear you. I don't want to watch anything that is not original trilogy or Gennady Tartakovsky's Clone Wars. I I I'm just well, I'm done for now because let's face it, when the Acolyte comes out, you know I have to roast that. Okay, I'm gonna have to roast the Acolyte. I'm just gonna have to. Gonna have to. I like train wrecks for some reason, but at least there's probably like what another 8 9 months or so before that shows up. So plenty of time. Plenty of time to read through a couple of EU novels and my Star Wars comic stash. Thrawn can defeat them by throwing salt on the snails. Yes, they did. They totally emasculated Ezra. And there was no reason to. For what reason? To make Sabine look good? Sabine's supposed to be a Mandalorian, actually knows how to fight and swear. Just no. No. I don't know much about Ezra, but the way he just took a back seat to let the women's fight, no, no. But that is how Filoni sees himself. If you've ever seen that, and I wish Allure was in the chat, that women in technology conference that he was a speaker at, oh my gosh. He sounded like, please date me. I'm an ally. No, he was more of like a masculine feminist. That's what happened. You can't trust masculine feminists. And it was just ridiculous. Just the way that they depict men as less than. Like that's what women want. No. At least I don't. Shoot. At least pretend you down to kick somebody's ass. Lester San Jose says, turns out Filoni wasn't the disciple he thought he was. If he knew anything about discipleship, they would have focused more on training/development. And you're absolutely right with that. One of my favorites, because I loved watching like kung fu movies, and I love watching shonen anime. And the similarity between those two is that there was always a focus on training and development. You don't know anything, but you try. You learn some more and you try. You learn some more, you succeed. You learn some more, you try, you fail. You go back, you learn again. Nothing is really handed to you. Opportunities are handed to you, but you have to train. You have to see how the character evolves. The character that you saw when the anime first started is nowhere near what they were by the end of that. Disney Star Wars, they just give you everything. Ray's the bestest pilot. Ray can pilot the Millennium Falcon. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Share Bear says, yes, that is a problem. There is no male energy in Disney Star Wars. And Star Wars is predominantly a male franchise. Like there's something wrong with that. There were women, female characters in Star Wars that were amazing characters, but for some reason certain people at Disney thought that that was a problem. And now what you're seeing is when you suck the male energy out, not even women want to watch. Ugh. Plus, they're scared to write true relationships. I mean, they'll write a relationship between, a dude who murdered his own father and, chick who had everything handed to her. They have no problem with that. But again, it's dysfunctional. Helena J. Chair, we told you we do this for the chat. Yes, we do this because you guys bring the comments and I love it. Helena J, I know Ahsoka knew Vader. I know zero else. I knew nothing about Ahsoka except that she was in the Clone Wars cartoon, which I did not, well, the one that was on Disney. I didn't watch that one. But I really didn't know much about her. So I was hoping that this show would introduce me to Ahsoka and who she is, like One Piece live action introduced me to who Monkey D. Luffy is. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to mess with the OT Kenobi. He did not have anything to prove to anyone. No. Like it made zero sense when Kathleen Kennedy was like, oh, yes, we're going to have the rematch of the century. Why? The rematch was in A New Hope. We know what happened. And yes, they do need a better stunt coordinator. They really do. I mean, Natasha plays Sabine. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah, she's all right. She's all right. She's okay. But I just cannot feel a connection with her. I think that mostly due to the writing. Don Cipolla says Luke Skywalker and Mando season 2 did not fight that way. Totally different style. I noticed it immediately. Mhm. Dylan C says Mary Winstead was great in Final Destination 3 and Scott Pilgrim. I don't know why they didn't challenge or direct these actors. I haven't seen her in any of those two. I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim. This just wasn't my thing. Final Destination. Did I see 3? I saw a lot of them. I can't remember the third one for some reason. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to jog my memory, Dylan C. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't either. It's like they just gave him the script and said, yeah, just kind of do what you want. Just kind of stand there. I wonder who is besides Filoni, who else is directing? Because I don't even think trying to remember what the guy's name was. Rick Famuyiwa, I believe. And I don't even think yeah, I don't even know which one he directed. Or saying he directed one episode. They may have him directing the last one. I'll have to find out. If someone knows, they can put it in the chat. Deadman Walking says in Ahsoka and Sith Daddy's duel, it looked like she should have cut his legs off. He was so vulnerable. Flashlight backs to the Last Jedi. I'm trying to not remember the last Jedi. Uh After I saw The Last Jedi, I didn't look at anything Star Wars for like a year because I was so pissed. Sharebear says this is not Star Wars. It has no heart, adventure, or heroes. Exactly. It's just there for you to consume product, watch more and then consume more product. There's nothing, at least for me, and it's for a lot of you, that is missing. There's no real growth or journey. The heroes, because you're talking about heroes. We're not seeing the hero's journey here. There's a reason why the hero's journey is such a classic storytelling vehicle. And we're not getting that here. Not at all. Coach of Dragon says at this point, I think Skeleton Crew will be pointless now. They need a new writer, stunt person, actor pool, set director. All of this was a no. Let's see. Rebels was better than this series. Yeah, that's what some people told me. I've started watching a live anime now. I'm on Sandman. It's better than this. I fell asleep on Sandman. It just wasn't my thing. It looked okay, but it just didn't interest me personally. But it looked pretty good. Shall we bring the Kenergy, Jen? Yes, please bring the Kenergy. We need some Kenergy up in this piece. HC says, thanks for the watch party. You're going to go watch anime. Well, enjoy. Enjoy, my dear. I didn't watch any of the cartoons, so I have no idea who they are, except Ahsoka was on Mando. Yeah, that's all. That's all. I knew, I'd heard she was in Clone Wars. I knew about Ashley Eckstein, but I had no idea who she was. And I was hoping that this show would tell me who she was the way that I hoped The Mandalorian was going to explain to me who the Mandalorians were. Unexpected Fire says, thanks for the watch party, LRC. I'm signing off. Well, good night. Thank you so much, Chris, for being here. I sure do appreciate that, my dear. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. John Zavola's out. Have a good night. Let's see. Share Bear. How does Ahsoka's white poncho stay so clean? I don't know. Because she's working. Final Destinations 3 opening accident was the one with the okay, with the roller coaster. Okay. The Force blast dirt like OxyClean. Good night, Nuanced Observer. Well, we're going to be wrapping up here in a little bit. Helena J says, there's no heroes because there is no journey for anyone. Ahsoka became happy from a TBI, apparently. And you know what? This sums it up. This absolutely sums it up. There's no journey. What was there for Ahsoka's personal growth? We didn't really see anything except, she hit her head and had a vision. Saw Anakin and fought with Anakin. And Disney put that in the theaters so they could get that, get those photo ops and everything from people reacting to it. This is a show I think someone had said, like Seinfeld, it's a show about nothing. This is basically the Disney Star Wars equivalent of Seinfeld. Show about nothing. And cameos. So Hayden Christensen and poor Anthony Daniels, man. It sounds like he had to seriously psych himself up to act in this. Only one episode left, folks. One episode left of this. I wonder what we're going to get. Poor Thrawn. Poor Thrawn. Oh, well, folks. Let's see, Dylan said, this is the epilogue of the journey. Just minor things happen, and maybe you die. Well, folks, we're going to have to start a death pool. Who do we think is going to die in the last episode of Ahsoka? my money's on Sith Daddy. I think Sith Daddy's gonna buy it. I think he is. Yeah. He's gonna die. Little Sith, she will probably turn good. Because you can't have truly evil female characters. And Morgan will probably off the Night Sisters. Well, we shall see. We shall see. I mean, that part got on my nerves, but yeah, it was good seeing him. So we're gonna wrap this video up here. So hopefully you all enjoyed this review of episode 7 of Ahsoka. If you got some value out of this video, please do hit that thumbs up button. And if you didn't, well, can't please everybody. But we will be back next week to review the finale, which will hopefully be the series finale of Ahsoka, so they can put us out of our freaking misery. Lord have mercy. Folks, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, and we will see you next time. Bye.